Hey guys, what is up and welcome to round review number 2. Now, this was supposed to come out on Wednesday. It's releasing on a Thursday. We're excited, man. Round 2 is a go. We are rolling into round 3 now. Round 2 was very, very interesting, but I'm excited to see what round 3 has to offer. A couple of exciting games this week. We will go into depth with those. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button and comment down below your tips and who you guys think are going to win. I mean, comment down below who you guys follow. I'd love to know who you guys follow. But round review coming up. We've got team and flop of the week. We're going to go over every game. We've got the votes and round ahead tips. Now, talking about the votes, in my last video, I did not include the Fremantle and Adelaide game votes. I had a few people comment down below asking, what were the votes? So before we continue into round 2 and we get into the games, I'm going to show you guys the votes from the Fremantle and Adelaide game before we get into the video. So these were the votes for round 1. We had Andy Brayshaw with 3. The debutant, he had 2. And Ben Keys 1. We have got the 0 there next to the Crows. But they were the votes for that game. Like I said, a lot of fun, that one. I mean, that was a really good game. But it's time for round 2, so let's get straight into it. And we're going to start with the Thursday night game, and that's the Bulldogs and the Blues. Okay, so we start with the round 2 opener, the Bulldogs and the Blues, where, wow, Carlton were really impressive in this game. I think they had close to 80 points by half-time. Patrick Cripps dominated, Charlie Curnow. To be honest, I honestly feel like the Western Bulldogs probably could have got back in this game. I mean, if they kicked straight, the ball was in their 50 for a very long time in the second half. But, I mean, I don't want to take any credit away from the Blues. They were really impressive. So, I mean, are Carlton the real deal? Is the lid off? We do not know. We're going to have to find out. But it was a really good win for the Carlton Football Club. They go 2-0, and they got a massive chance to go 3-0 this week. So my 3-2-1s, I gave Paddy Cripps the 3. He was dominant. Charlie Curnow kicked 5 goals. And Sammy Walsh got the 1 vote. Now, I will be doing updates of the votes maybe every 5th round. If you guys want to just do it on the Discord or keep the votes in tally, please let me know. But they are my 3-2-1s. Let's move on to the next game, and that's Buddy's 1,000th goal game, the Swans and the Cats. Okay, so we had this game on Friday night, and yes, Buddy Franklin was 4 goals away from his 1,000th goal, and my word, I just keep saying that with a lisp. Early on, it did not look like Buddy was going to get it. I mean, Geelong were playing some really good defense. Sydney were on all night. I mean, Isaac Heaney was really impressive. Callum Mills, Lloyd back into the team. He just slots back in and gets 30 touches. I don't know how. I don't know how this man is like this. He is extremely, extremely tough. But this was a really good game. Buddy ended up kicking, I think, 4. He actually kicked his 4th in the final quarter, and that moment was just unreal, unbelievable. I was kind of scared for Buddy, but it was terrific. So these are my 3-2-1s. I've got Isaac Heaney, Callum Mills, and Lance Franklin. So I had to throw Franklin in there. Heaney was terrific. He just dominated the game, and I don't think we're ever going to see another player kick 1,000 goals and see everyone run on the field. It was quite extraordinary, and they were my 3-2-1s for the Cats and the Swans. We move on to Saturday afternoon, and we had the Pies taking on the Crows. And early on, this was a pretty competitive game. Collingwood did get the game onto their terms in the second half, and they were just dominant. I mean, they defeated the Crows 100-58. Dacos is looking really, really good. Henry was up. I mean, their forward line's pretty proactive, which I like. I mean, Adelaide as well. Dawson had a really good game. Ben Keys as well. He's continuing his good form. Let's get on to the votes. My 3-2-1s for this game, I had Scott Pendlebury, I had Crisp, and I also had Ben Keys. Scott Pendlebury, back to half-back. I really like that move from Collingwood. I feel like he can pinch hit in the middle as well, but he is playing predominantly in the half-back line, which I've seen. So that is very, very interesting. But, yeah, Collingwood, just too good. They were the votes. We're going to move on to the Bombers and the Lions. So the Bombers and the Lions from Marvel. This was a really interesting game. This is my mob, the Bombers. I was expecting a big response, and they did. I'd say maybe for 28 minutes. They got up by as much as 22 points. Probably could have been up by 6 goals. Their kicking was really, really poor in this game, and their skill execution. But Lockie Neal, my word, 40 disposals, 2 goals, run rampant. Joe Danaher also was really good for the Lions. And they were just too good in there, and they're a tough team. And like I said, they're going to be tough to beat at the Gabba, and they're going to be tough to beat regardless where they play. So my 3-2-1s for this game, I had Lockie Neal with the 3, Hugh McCluggage 2, kicked 3 goals and had 20-odd disposals, and Darcy Parish tried his heart out all day. The Bombers did suffer a few injuries, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there, but they were my 3-2-1s, the Lions by 22 points. Now, Saturday night, this was my bit. I mean, this is the biggest surprise of the round. Port Adelaide and Hawthorn. Oh my goodness, what a boil over. I've got to take my hat off to Hawthorn. As you guys know, my preseason prediction, I actually had the Hawks at the bottom of the ladder. I had them as the Wooden Spooners, but they've come out. They've had some really, really good wins to start the year. They won last week against North Melbourne, and they come out, they back it up on one of the hardest grounds to play at, and that is Adelaide Oval, and they've defeated Port Adelaide. And man, what is going on with Port Adelaide? I mean, they were pretty competitive against the Lions, but this one is just unacceptable. Shout out to, Lewis, Mitchell. They were extremely good for the Hawks, and I'm excited about their future. I mean, maybe I got to take my my prediction back. But my 3-2-1s for this game, it was an absolute blowout. Jack Gunston's having a really good year, I must say. Mitch Lewis got the 3, Tom Mitchell 2, and I gave one to Travis Boak because he also tried all day. He had 39 touches, and he's like the only Port Adelaide player who really showed up. So Hawthorn, too good for the power. The second game on Saturday night was Gold Coast and Melbourne, and Gold Coast were really impressive in this game as well. I liked the way they came out, they attacked the game. Took Miller had 17 touches in the first quarter. Unbelievable. But, in the end, Melbourne were just too good. Petrarca, Gorn, they are rolling. Jackson, they're just rolling at the minute. But, man, Gold Coast pretty competitive in their first 2 games. They've got the win. They've also got the loss. And they've actually looked really good. So, let's hope they can continue. Melbourne are just rolling at the moment. These are my votes. Christian Petrarca got the 3. Took Miller, I gave him 2. And Bowie, rising star, he had 1. He had 34 touches off the half-back line. He is definitely a find for the Melbourne Football Club. Another really good pickup for them. So, too good. Melbourne 82-69. The Sunday Arvo game kicked us off with North Melbourne taking on the under-18 West Coast team, the SNFL West Coast team. It actually was pretty crazy, to be honest. I've never seen a team so depleted. They had players rolling up 5 minutes before the game, getting a go, but they were really competitive, and North Melbourne looked pretty good. They owned the game for a half, and then West Coast just pure effort. They tried their absolute heart out. Nick Larkey was really good. Hugh Greenwood. I swear, if Hugh Greenwood and Nick Larkey weren't in this game, I don't know how this game would have went, but these were my votes for this game. I've got Nick Larkey with the 3, Hugh Greenwood, and I've also got Luke Shuey. So Hugh Greenwood was an absolute beast. Another really good pickup for North Melbourne. Nick Larkey, like I said, if he didn't play, I'd be pretty worried. And Luke Shuey tried his heart out, the West Coast captain. They were too good for West Coast in the end. But, they've got some reinforcements coming back. So West Coast 59, North Melbourne 74. The Tigers got a bounce-back win at the MCG. They were challenged a few times in this game. They kept the lead at around 24 points. GWS would kick a goal. It actually was a really competitive game. And Richmond, they withstand the GWS Giants, who have another loss at the MCG. So it's been a while since GWS have won at the MCG. They were pretty commendable, but, I don't really know what to gauge off the Tigers just yet. Tom Lynch played well. Shai Bolton's going to have himself a season. Dusty Martin, the uncertainty of Dusty, he's out due to personal reasons. But these are my 3-2-1s for the game. I had Jaden Short with the 3. Tom Green, man, he's backing it up this year, the 2. And I gave one to Shai Bolton, man. So he has 17 touches, but they're so impactful, his touches. So I had Shai Bolton. I feel like his 2 goals in a row in the second quarter really shifted the game. Tigers too good for the Giants. Final game of the round was Fremantle and St Kilda. Now, I actually didn't catch this game. I just watched some highlights, but wow. Fremantle were dominant through, I'd say, maybe first 2 quarters, and then St Kilda just powered back. It was a massive game from Bradley Hill. Higgins also played really good, but St Kilda, that's a big win over in Perth. It's a big slip up for Fremantle, because I honestly believe that Fremantle, they win that. They can really set their season up. So Fremantle 55, St Kilda 65. These were my votes. Brayshaw 40 disposals. He's just been absolutely huge. Bradley Hill, he's got the 2. And Higgins. Higgins was pretty good as well. Jack Higgins, he kicked the 4 goals. So St Kilda get a big W. A lot of pressure goes off St Kilda. Let's move on to the best team of the round and the flop of the round. Okay, so my team of the round are Hawthorn. My goodness. Hawthorn, unbelievable. They went over to Adelaide. They got the job done. And it wasn't just how they won. It was not, I'd say they won the game. It was just how they won. They absolutely dominated. And, that leads into the flop of the round. That's Port Adelaide. 0-2, losing on your home deck to Hawthorn, who I predicted to be the bottom team. They've got to get a lot right in the next few weeks for them to be a genuine chance. But Hawthorn and Port Adelaide are my teams and flops of the week. Okay, so we look ahead now to round 3, and it starts tonight. We've got Western Bulldogs and Sydney. These are my tips. So I'm going with the Western Bulldogs. We go down Melbourne and Essendon. Melbourne will win that one comfortably. Adelaide and Port Adelaide, I've got Power bouncing back. I think Port Adelaide will win this one. I think it's time they need to start getting their season into check. GWS and Gold Coast. This is going to be a really interesting game. I was going to go towards Gold Coast, but GWS are 0-2. They need a win, so I'm going to go with the Giants. Collingwood and the Pies at the MCG. This is going to be an interesting game. We're really going to see where Geelong are at, and we're also going to see where Collingwood are at. But I'm going with Geelong. I feel like Geelong will just be too strong for the Pies. Brisbane and North Melbourne at the Gabba. This could get ugly. I'm going Brisbane comfortably. We go to Sunday. We've got the Blues and the Hawks. I'm tipping Carlton to win this. St Kilda and Richmond, I am tipping the Saints. I think St Kilda win this game. They play Marvel really well. We know Richmond do not like going to Marvel, so I'm going for the Saints. And on Sunday, we've got West Coast and Fremantle, and I still don't know if West Coast will have their players back, so I am tipping West Coast. But I've got the Bulldogs winning tonight. I think Bulldogs will win. I think it's going to be a really good game. They need a win. They're 0-2 at the moment, and this is a big, big test for them. So they're my tips for the week. That's my round 2 review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What do you guys think? We will be looking at the ladder next week, round 3. We'll also be tallying some votes at the moment. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay blessed. Get ready for another big round of AFL. Round 3 is coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to comment down below who you guys follow, because like I said, all the comments you guys put, I read them. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.